They said, fight a real boxer. They said, fight someone your size. They said, fight a world champion. We looked at a long list of supposed fighters for me to fight. Not gonna lie, I'm a little scared. And yes, little Josh is signed to my enemy, Eddie Hearn. And I know Eddie and all of you naysayers were saying that I wouldn't take this fight.
I'm not sure Jake Paul's that crazy.
That's a fucking bad idea.
AJ's gonna knock him out.
He's going to get hurt.
This might be a step too far.
Talk is cheap, my friends, but guess what? You're not alone. My friends and family couldn't even believe I was taking this fight. I'm fighting Anthony Joshua.
No, look at my, oh no. Are you crazy? What the?
Are you scared?
No, I'm terrified.
I'm fighting Anthony Joshua.
The heavyweight?
Yes, the big boy.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Are you for real?
I'm serious.
What's the world gonna say when you knock his ass out? Because it's gonna happen.
I know it's gonna happen too. This is the biggest fight of my career. I'm walking into the lion's den. I'm doing something that no one else has ever done before. I, Joseph Paul, will knock out, defeat, and embarrass Anthony Joshua Friday, December 19th, live on Netflix. My voice cracked. I'm still going through puberty. The biggest fight of 2025, USA versus UK. He's got the belts, the size, the history, but I have the balls. Be careful what you wish for. Jake versus Joshua, Judgment Day. He has a 90% knockout ratio, but I have a 100% chance of drinking this Celsius.
But it's for me to want to push myself. This is what I do. This is what I live for. I'm ready for battle. I feel like I'm getting stronger, and I feel by the time the fight comes, I'll be at peak performance.
So there we have it. Back on my feet. I got through the pain of the blister. Back to work. Yeah, Martin.
The ultimate goal, yeah, is to walk out that night of the fight and know you put in 100%. You put in 100% every minute of the day, or every other minute of the day, because no one's perfect. Every other minute of the day, you try to give your all to your craft. There is a saying, I would say, there's a saying that a happy fighter makes a dangerous fighter, in the sense that if you put them in the right environment and their brain is receptive of what they're being taught, they're going to be more in tune with what they're going through. So I'm actually like, give me more, give me more, give me more.
After Jake Paul's scheduled fight with Gervonta Davis was cancelled, he is now set to face Anthony Joshua in what could become a blockbuster clash. Meanwhile, Carl Froch has weighed in, suggesting that Joshua may be cashing out, arguing that ever since his knockout loss to Daniel Dubois, AJ has struggled to regain his full confidence and belief in the ring.
What I consider, is AJ cashing out? Well, I did say a year ago when he got splattered by Daniel Dubois that he's finished now. He won't get that confidence back. He's not had any confidence, in his head. No belief for a long time. And I don't think he can get back to world level. There's a couple of new young guns now coming up and coming through. It's like a changing of the guard. And when Usyk retires, I don't know what Daniel Dubois is going to do next, but what Daniel Dubois did to him, then he went on and lost to Usyk. But there's a few new heavyweights coming through, Moses Atalma, just to mention one. And you wouldn't start putting AJ in with any of these young up-and-comers that can punch hard, because I just don't think he's got the chance, because the ambition and the desire is going to be gone. So AJ most definitely is cashing out, and you can't fault him. Fair play to him. He's going to get a massive payday, maximise his exit route by fighting fake.
Moreover, promoter Eddie Hearn weighed in, saying the fight is simple to understand, with many fans eagerly anticipating the possibility of Anthony Joshua completely dominating Jake Paul and firmly re-establishing his place in the boxing world.
We think the fight is very straightforward. There's a lot of people that are very excited about the thought of Anthony Joshua almost evaporating Jake Paul from the actual boxing world. You have to admire the front of Jake Paul and the heart. He's had criticism about the level of opposition. Now he steps up to a whole new stratosphere. But, for us, they made the offer, of course, financially. It was huge. we were planning potentially a little 8-round run out this year, and now the 8-round run out will be against Jake Paul for more money than we could have ever dreamed of. So the serious stuff for us, if you heard from Turki Al-Sheikh, begins in 2026. But at the same time, this was really an offer we couldn't refuse, and it's a massive event. And as AJ said in his press release, no mercy. You know, this ain't no exhibition. This is a real heavy.
Furthermore, Brendan Schaub gave Jake Paul major credit, highlighting the guts it takes to transition from Disney to YouTube and now to boxing anyone for massive purses, calling his journey both bold and impressive.
First of all, kudos to Jake Paul. The cojones this motherfucker has, from a Disney kid to YouTube to he can fight anyone, get views, and make fucking money. This crazy wild boy sends out the bat signal, the British bat signal for Anthony motherfucking Joshua. You know how crazy that is? I will say this. I don't think any of Jake Paul's fights are fixed in any capacity. At all. Not even close. I don't get down that narrative. I will say this, though. My spidey senses will go off if Anthony Joshua doesn't absolutely...
Meanwhile, Frank Smith pushed back against critics, saying that those claiming Anthony Joshua is ruining his legacy are overlooking his remarkable accomplishments, from winning Olympic gold to becoming a 2-time unified heavyweight champion.
Say to the people who say Anthony is ruining his legacy just by taking this fight. Fans don't respect what he's done in the sport already. He's an Olympic gold medalist, 2-time unified heavyweight champion of the world. I sort of sympathize with him because I feel like if he doesn't beat him quicker than he beat Francis, people are just going to write it off. I'll ask you bluntly, have there been any discussions about there's an agreement, there's a secret contract? Have any of those discussions happened regarding this fight?
It's an 8-round professional fight. AJ wouldn't have taken it if that was the stance it had to be. If it was an exhibition, if it was you've got to hold him up for 8 rounds, it wouldn't suit Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is going in there to knock out.
MMA legend Daniel Cormier also weighed in on Jake Paul's upcoming fight with Anthony Joshua, describing the matchup as genuinely real and emphasizing that it won't be dictated by special rules or gimmicks.
My brother fighting Anthony Joshua. Dude, it's real.
It's fun.
It's real.
There's got to be some rules in place for Anthony not to.
Dude, I don't think there's rules.
Come on.
I swear to God.
I keep telling people this, right? And this is where people fucking up, especially these MMA dudes. I keep saying, stop treating Jake like he's not a boxer.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years now of pure boxing with great coaches and great training partners. He's gotten a lot better.
He's gotten a lot better.
He can fight, man.
Yeah, but what about Anthony Joshua, man?
That's bad, bro.
Boxing superstar Tyson Fury also reacted to Jake Paul calling out Anthony Joshua, describing the matchup as a true coin flip, with both fighters having a realistic chance of emerging victorious.
Do you regret the Joshua fight not happening?
No, I don't. I don't regret anything. Life's too short for regrets.
What do you think of Jake Paul calling him out?
I think it's a good fight. I think it's a real 50-50.
Jose Benavidez also cautioned fans against underestimating Jake Paul, noting that the matchup presents genuine danger for the YouTube-returning boxer and could potentially lead to an unexpected outcome.
I'm out. You know, I think that's a very dangerous fight for Jake Paul. But at the end of the day, you know, we could have a big upset, you know. But I think that AJ is too much for Jake Paul at this point, and he's bigger than Jake Paul, in my opinion.
Do you think it's competitive? A lot of people are saying if AJ doesn't get him out of there in 2 rounds, it'll be a huge embarrassment.
I don't think that's not the case, that he's gonna get Jake Paul. At the end of the day, Jake Paul has been training hard too, and you know, he's a pretty good fighter. I don't think he would take him out in 2-3 rounds. I think maybe in the later rounds, or it might go to decision, you know, but I don't think that Jake Paul can take AJ out. I mean, or AJ could take Jake Paul. Maybe, you know, but I don't know. It's just going to be an exciting fight. I think I want to see.
David Haye expressed admiration for Jake Paul, praising him for stepping into a situation where real harm is possible, and reminding fans that boxing is an unforgiving sport capable of producing very serious consequences.
I commend Jake Paul for putting himself in harm's way, because boxing is a dangerous game. People have died in the ring. People have been seriously injured, maimed. And He believes in himself enough to do it on a massive scale, because it's not about the money. He's got enough money. This is him wanting to push the boundaries of reality. He's manifested an amazing life for himself. He's a superstar, and I think he wants to try and do the unthinkable. He wants to. It's an insane challenge he's put himself up for, but you got to give him.
Tony Bellew added that he won't truly believe the matchup is real until Jake Paul physically steps into the ring on fight night, highlighting the surreal nature of the high-profile clash.
A single thing until I see him in the ring. I don't believe any. Even if they come together for a press, I don't believe it. I don't genuinely believe he will climb into a boxing ring with 10-ounce gloves on with Anthony Joshua. It won't happen. It can't.
Hypothetically, if it does, how long does it last?
As long as Josh wants it to. Simple as that. As long as he wants it to. The same way it did with Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. The same way it did with Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou.